Okay, so it's been a minute since we did these stretches, but you know what? Let's work on these geriatric hips. First is a frog pose. I love a frog pose because it helps with your back, with your hips, with the muscles in your thighs, all that. So you want to make your back flat. All that arching and stuff, yes, cute, it looks nice, but no, keep your back flat. You want your pelvis to be straight and not having an anterior tilt. So you want to do that. You want to get as low to the floor as you possibly can. You want those hips, you want all those muscles supporting your hips to be stretched out. I'm telling you, I'm showing you how much space I have before I get to the floor. Ultimately, you want to be like a pancake. You want to be flat. I haven't gotten to that space, but now I'm starting to stretch again, and here we go. I'm rocking back and forth because I'm in my 20s and I have like geriatric hips. I want to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm rocking back and forth. I'm spreading my feet further apart so I can get these hips moving, fluid, getting that sacral chakra energy flowing. And even though it's the sacral chakra that I'm knocking the energy around in, celibate for the hell of it. Yep. But I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. You feeling it? Yes, I am, because this stuff is painful. Anyway, let me show y'all these hip circles that I usually do to help also get that energy moving, flowing, the hips not feeling so crazy. This will also help with when you're walking. If you ever hear or feel pops in your hips, yeah, this is gonna help. So the hip circles, as I said, they hurt. That's why I be making them faces and kind of like tightening up in my shoulders, because they actually hurt if you're doing them right. I'm not talking about like you should be feeling muscles pulling, tearing, none of that. But if your hips are really tight, if you have pelvic floor issues, if you have all them other issues, girl, you need to be doing these hip circles and whatnot. So I'm moving my feet further and further apart, as you can see, right? This is because as you move your feet apart, the stretch gets more difficult. Okay, it's more difficult to have your feet wide and your legs open wide to do the hip circles and wind your hips. So my hips are a little bit stiff because I haven't been stretching that much, and that's why I'm doing all of these movements to help release the tension that's been, stacking up over time. I'm also doing other stretches that will help my back, because the hips and the pelvis is the center of the universe for your body. And that's why it's so important to stretch it, to move it, and make it have as much mobility as possible. I stay in these poses for a long time. This is why I speed up the video, because it's important to stretch until you melt into the pose. And what I mean by melt is until you feel little to no tension. So if you start off in a pose and you're feeling really tight and you kind of want to get out of that pose immediately, you need to stay in there so your muscles can relax and actually help yourself move forward and see progress. My last pose is going to be this. So it's a I don't even know what this is called. It's like a deep squat. I like it because I feel it in my hips, I feel it in my glutes, I feel it in my back, and it also helps with my mobility. The more I do this and the more I stretch into this position, the more flexible I am. And also it helps with my hip circles and whatnot. It's pretty good. I'm showing y'all from the side because you really should be getting as low as you possibly can and stretching out those hips. If that's too difficult for you, you see me supporting myself with my arms, do that and you'll be good.